It's currently 7:43. The sun is beginning to rise, and I'm getting everything going because I got my legs still taped up, and I'm gonna get all dressed and make sure I don't tear off this tape. Morning. Probably should have got here a little early. It's now 8:50. I wanted to be leaving his place at 8:50. I've texted him, told him I'm here. Haven't got my fasho back on his as a text. All my stuff. Legs all still taped up. Found my socks. One's clean, one's dirty. It's probably because it got put in the sock hamper, and so when I got it in the sock hamper, it got washed with the socks, but the other one fell out. Anyways, ain't much to talk about yet. Aaron's not here, obviously, because I don't want to have him sit in the car for a long time and stress his back out. So that's that. He's laying in bed. It is 33 degrees outside, so the car just cools down really fast. I just don't want to keep running the engine while Willie's on his way out. I should check Snapchat. Maybe I should Snapchat him. It's iffy on what he gets. I mean, it's not like creeper-tastic right there. If I take a picture of someone's front door in this image, it's so bright out this morning. I mean, he knows I'm coming to get him. But yeah, I have a lot of things to check here on Snapchat. I will chat with you guys probably after practice, because we're going to get up there screamingly on time.
It'll be safer when they put their hats on. Yeah, then I won't worry about him so much. Except for Levi. I always worry about him.
Yeah, he's fragile.
Nope, not right now. You gotta wait. You already went and saw him for a little bit.
He listens to you.
It's 'cause I don't take shit.
We were out at Luke Jensen. I literally,
he did take
I was
a
just
shit.
doing this onto his back, and he was trying to crawl out
Yeah.
to his dad.
Just get him.
You remember when they were doing the squat jump progressions last week? Yeah, I got one of Caleb. Like his whole thing as he was jumping towards me.
Okay.
I sent it to my nephew because Caleb was his coach in youth.
Behind, so that you don't get hurt. You gotta watch.
Come on, Nolan. Go. You know they're doing the jamboree again? You know they're doing the jamboree again?
Nope. Come here. Go with.
She'll actually jump into your arms.
Oh yeah. Come on.
Dogs are YouTube gold.
Oh. As long as she doesn't headbutt you. Yeah. No, she's done that sometimes.
What were you in high school?
I was outside back there. Didn't you hit somebody one time? Yeah, running back from mountain. He came across and I smacked his shit. His helmet went rolling. Yeah, in the film you can see. Oh.
Well, as I said, there's no Aaron today, so we can go back to old format. I was actually out at practice all the time and even did conditioning at the end.
Hell yeah.
I was only able to jog once, and then it's because part of it is the...
To be fair though, like half the people died out. Like Bill made you step out. I saw that because I was like a couple people behind you, but other people were
No, I
like,
told him it was tensing up, and
yeah,
it's because,
he said yeah. So he said yeah. He told you to get out.
because the ground is uneven.
Yeah.
And so that's what was.
But no, you still did everything. You did a good job.
I realized I'd probably able to go longer when she sent me through cone drills yesterday at physical therapy. Like simple cone drills, just back pedal, shuffle, come forward, shuffle.
I like how everything's coming together. It's nice. The offense is clicking more, and that's helping us give you guys a better look and a better fight.
But I never had any blown coverages even.
I know, I told
Like
you did a
none.
good job, and I told you because you were passing people off. That's what I said. Like every time somebody came to your zone, you did what we were doing out there with Nick on Thursday. You passed them off.
Yeah.
Because every time I came through your zone, you just gave me a bump, but that's the thing, that's enough. Cause that bump, cause what that bump's required for, not to necessarily knock me off my route, but if the quarterback looks and tries to throw it at me quick, he can't, cause you're right there.
Yeah.
Cause that bump will happen when the ball comes.
Also, if I have my hands on you just a little bit leading you off, and your route is to come back towards me, I got a little bit of resistance.
Yeah. Well, no, that's something he'll feel it, and if you're that close on me, he won't throw the ball, which means you've done your job. Especially if he's looking to throw it to me.
And then there were other times there were 2 receivers. I think the guy from, the blonde guy is the one from the Renegades. The gaunt, skinny, and then there was the bearded guy.
He is.
Did he just move up here or is he fucking driving?
I think he probably moved up.
I
would hope, dude. That's some fucking dedication like I've ever seen. If you're coming down from Metford, that's insane.
That's a 400 more.
Every Friday, Saturday, that's you.
I mean, I can understand.
You're dedicated.
Yeah.
You're dedicated.
I just got a comment on a video. You're gay. Whatever. I don't care.
What I hate though is like, I hate all the dudes who get in the team chat and like talk up practice but then don't show up. It's like, that's why I don't try to talk in there. It's like, I'm just gonna show up and do what I can at practice. Like if you call me out on the chat, I'll say something, or like if you jump on Gunner with like 10 dudes, I'll say something.
Well, yeah, that's what, and it's like,
but if you notice, I'm like a ghost.
I'll just bring it open and I'll see that it's black, black things, and I'll go.
But you notice, like, I'm like a ghost in that chat, like.
Well, as I have been, I've permanently muted it, and I'll go through like.
But even
once
you, like, you'll respond though, and like you're not like doing that whole like talking shit, but you'll respond. And it's good because like I like the talking shit because a lot of the dudes are backing it up, but it's like you gotta talk shit, you gotta show up. I don't care even if you have an off day, but you gotta show up.
Holy hell! I mean, yeah, I did that GIF.
Yeah, so I'm saying you'll occasionally say something.
Yeah, because it was Malcolm. All good. We need to get those. You turn those prospects into teammates. Yeah. Mets volunteer to walk around nude, and I'm just like, girl, work it.
Mets volunteer to walk around nude.
And people are like, yeah, that'll probably attract the wrong crowd. I was like, there are some dedicated bears out there.
I like it though. I like the dedication, and I like the work we're putting in. We're upping it every week.
Like the fact that we had defensive backs, linebackers. We had 6 defensive backs. We used 4.
And all we're missing
5 linebackers.
We're only missing 1 lineman.
Yeah.
We went from a half a shell offense 2 weeks ago to now we have like almost a full line.
Yeah, and I kind of the guy there at the end, I want him to stick around. He's just a little out of shape.
Yeah.
And
but I think he will. I think that guy right there, I think he will stick around.
Yeah, red shorts.
He was doing good at lineman. But
Is he walking with Brian?
That's not Brian.
That's not Brian. That's someone else. That's whatever. I can't read. I think DeLorne.
Yeah, it is.
Anyways, but probably gonna go home and ice the leg just to make sure.
No, I'm gonna go ice my shit too.
Well, it's just I'm gonna take that thing and ice this and make sure it goes numb. I may wear my compression sleeve the rest of the day. Should I take this stuff off or just sort of leave it?
You can take it off when you get home. It's not gonna like.
That's gonna tear off all the hair. That's gonna take it all.
I'm very fortunate though that we have a team doctor.
And team doctor. The fact that there is a coach for every single person,
and we have a strength coach. Like I haven't had a strength coach since college. That was the last time we had a conditioning coach on any team I've been on in at least in semi-pro. I haven't had a conditioning coach yet. And that's a big part of the game that's overlooked, especially because we're grown, so a lot of guys act like they don't need conditioning. But that's the thing, every level of football, conditioning is crucial. And you see dudes out there, second quarter, third quarter, gasp, fucking just dying for reaching for breath and they can't get it. Because they're not conditioning. And that's the thing. That's why I try to go out on the field so much. Because those rapid fire routes helps me get my routes good. It helps me make sure my hands are ready. But it also keeps my endurance up. Because I'm never going to be out in a game running routes for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, and
it's never going to happen.
And I snapped back pretty quickly from, sitting around doing nothing.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was telling you on Thursday. You were doing a good job.
That girl looks like, how about that?
Well, how about that?
No, catch me outside.
I know, that's why I said, well, how about that?
I love that so much.
Can I help you guys with something?
We're vlogging here.
Oh, okay.
We just got done
sorry
with
about that. No, you're okay.
But yeah. I just get curious and look at other people.
That's okay.
Or attract the wrong prospect.
I know, I think she thought we were sitting here looking for somebody's house.
Nah. We just got done with football and we're vlogging. Big deal.
Well, not
I've had people look at me really weird in downtown Portland. They're like,
And I'll like put them on camera momentarily. I'm like, you are in a public place.
saying.
I know what the rules are.
But yeah, conditioning.
Yeah.
Crucial. And like you notice, like, cause you can see the dudes out here, like you know who conditions and who doesn't.
Yeah.
Cause you see it, like when we're nearing the end of team, those dudes who are breathing all heavy. Everybody can get in good shape. You don't have to be fast to be conditioned, and that's where like a lot of people lose it. They're like, oh, I'm not fast, so I don't have to be conditioned. But it's like you still gotta run.
Yeah.
Cause like not running's not gonna make you any better.
And so,
Especially big fellas, think that's crucial.
yeah.
Because you got to move around a lot of weight as a big guy. And if you're not used to having your endurance up, like you're going to die out because you're moving more weight than everybody every play. Mm-hmm. You're moving your own weight. And like, yeah, your body's used to that, but not when you're exerting yourself 100%.
And you're pushing someone's weight, and they're trying to push against you. So there's that little bit extra.
It's like it doesn't have to be like dead sprints. It's just got to be something that exerts you. Something that like when you're tired, you're still pushing.
Yeah.
But that's why I like having Bill. Because like,
in fact, that's what I'm going to keep up. I'm going to keep up my stationary. I'm going to keep up my leapers at the gym and try to do that.
Because think about it, even like last year was like the first year we really did conditioning with like the pit bulls, and we only did it like a couple practices. I thought we were going to do it the whole season, and then it kind of just died out.
We did it at the very beginning, and then I think we did one later, but everyone died out way too fast.
And it kind of died out, and it was like that's what you need though. That proves that you're not conditioned.
Yeah.
Like when we did that first day of conditioning with Bill and everybody was dead, like that showed us we weren't in condition.
But more people made the jog today.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can see it though. Like even I feel like from Bill's conditioning, even I feel like I'm getting better. Like my endurance.
Like even me, like I said, the only reason I stopped is because Bill kind of saw my leg wiggling a little bit. But it wasn't my lungs. They hurt, but I was going to go at least one more before I coughed up a little bit of blood.
It's all good until it coagulates.
Yeah. Oh God, it's 1:30. I gotta get out and get food.
I didn't even know it was 1:30.
Yeah, we were actually at a full practice. We didn't cut out early.
That's nice. I like that.
Yep. All right, I'm home. I have not showered. I'm be honest. I have not showered. I'm washing socks because, as we found out this morning, I had one clean sock, one dirty sock, so now they're both in the washer. Aaron played WoW for like 3 hours and then was reading when I got home, but he was achievement hunting this morning. As stupid as we know achievements are at this point, sometimes
they unlock things.
Sometimes they unlock things. This one in particular, he was unlocking the flying.
No.
So. Oh, I thought that's what you were. You were going around getting all the stuff for Pathfinder Part 1.
No, I already had most of it, all but those 2 things in Suramar.
And now we figured out where his Suramar stuff is, and he's going to get good Samaritan here.
One of them.
The other one is literally down the hill.
Okay.
You'll see it. It's a bunch of little quests. There's not. It's just another small quest hub.
Okay.
It's supposed to have spawned up when you take Iron Grove Retreat, or all those little things that are around the fly point. If you've built the base back up.
Oh.
Yeah, it's that quest line.
Shit, I have to unignore that.
Yeah. But anyways, it's that
I
quest.
ignored it on someone else.
Yeah, because they do it, you get everything set up, then you run around and you like get quests from a stag. And then you come back and they're like, by the way, let's light up a moon well. And they light up the moon well. It was so funny. I was like, yay, the moon well's now in existence. That's great. I'm sitting here and we're all like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You literally turned on a light bulb and I'm tapping energy out of it. I'm sorry. That's how I knew. That's why I say it activates. Because it became a source of Aluneth to drink from. He doesn't drink from all moonwells, by the way. It's completely understandable that he won't drink from like the ones in Teldrassil because they're not flagged to do so. But I don't pull out of the one. I don't pull out of the moonwell that's in Lorlethil, but I can pull out of some of the lights. But I can pull out of the moonwell in other places. Anyways, but we're gonna go get something to eat.
Have you figured out where yet?
Not really. Like I said, I kind of want to sit down at some place, and I kind of want to have that like sit back in a booth and sort of like relax. I know it's completely unpublic to do this, but I point the camera at me. This is how I want to sit. I want to sit in the booth just like coffee, food, like, you know. This is what I want to do, but I know it's not going to happen because there isn't usually booths that big, but Damn it, I forgot to get that thing. Aaron, are you going to be able to get the decal? Are you going to be able to get the decal off of this? 'Cause I don't have nails to do it. Billy said you can use like an ID card or something to like get up an edge. But we'll worry about it later. Now that you got an edge up, you can get one over there. That way, I mean, I can pull it off. I have grip. I just don't have any nails to pull the initial edge off.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get the ear up. And that way I can maybe hand the thing over to Brian so that he can sand it down and paint it the gray color. Aaron's just gonna take it off. But anyways, so we're gonna decide where to eat. I'm giving my phone a little bit of a charge. Hopefully we can go someplace with a Pokestop. But probably not Red Robin. We were just there last night. Bannings has a Pokestop. I don't think Aaron wants to really eat at Bannings.
I would love to eat at Bannings, but I am trying to eat less or fewer calories.
So you've eaten your normal breakfast today, right?
Yes.
Yes. So we're gonna figure this out and talk it out because apparently I'm just gonna start sneezing. Well, hi. Zoned out a little bit on playing WoW. Did my Star Trek stuff. Yeah, it's 9/11 right now. And the towers have fallen. No. Whatever. It's late enough. I'm making a joke about it. It's been long enough. Good God. Fuck, Trump's president now. We're trying to kick Muslims out of the country. I think 9/11 is a little beyond us right now. Yeah. But anyways, Aaron is he's tanking Mythic Neltharion's Lair right now with a +1 keystone.
+2.
+2 keystone.
First time tanking it, first time with a keystone on any dungeon.
And the first time he's doing the dungeon. He's done the dungeon before. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
He's been through Neltharion's Lair before on pretty much all 3 of his characters. So he knows what to expect from the dungeon. And he's been in other Mythics and he realizes that they ain't much different. There's like no new mechanic in Mythic. They're just harder. And like even a +2 keystone just adds their more health and more damage, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. The only issue with keystone Mythics that I didn't tell him is that when people die, you lose time. Even if you res them, let alone having to spend the time and res them. And the one thing about Mythics is that I realize that if I do a keystone thing again, I ain't looting bosses because it'll come in my mail. I don't need to worry about it later because that little bit of time because obviously the loot won't be necessary for in the dungeon. Cannot be that significant an upgrade on me. I should probably figure out how to do keystones, but I just need to get up off my computer. I don't want to play WoW more. I don't want to do stuff on Star Trek because idiots and gravity kills. It's actually there's less idiots and gravity kills than in Zenkethi Front.
That's good.
So it's just that gravity kills has that giant pulling mechanic. And I've learned how to trick things where I shoot out the engine power of the battleships and I'm like, that's really cool. And you know, as they're like, I'm climbing out of the gravity well, I'm like, shoot out your engine power and they start sliding backwards. Then I get close to them, chuck my gravity well, quantum singularity towards the black hole and they get all pulled with it and then I temporal backstep backwards. Meanwhile, they're all held back there really hard because even though the gravity well, even though the projected singularity moves them back there, they're so close to the black hole they can't get back out. And if I happen to get close enough, I drop a Tychon's Rift on them so they have no engine power. It's great. But I've been drinking a fair bit of water. I've had coffee at IHOP. I just had chocolate chip pancakes. They had a lot. They had infinite pancakes, but I didn't want to keep just eating pancakes because that's as much as infinite pancakes are great. That's a lot of carbs. And if I want to lose a little bit of weight, I should probably watch. Even on game or practice days, I should probably still watch my calorie intake. That's why I just had a protein shake so I could make sure to at least recoup some of those losses. Even though I had bacon and stuffed hash browns and double chocolate chip pancake. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go out and get anything from a fast foody thing. I'm not even all that hungry. Check you guys tomorrow morning. I'm probably gonna stay up and see how this dungeon goes for Aaron. Seems to be going pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think my wore off from Willie. I mean, that was 6 hours ago. And I had like full like high metabolism stuff going because of football practice. So, we'll see you guys tomorrow for mod. And the morning. It's 7:19. Yeah, it's morning. The coffee's ready. My cup's actually over there. That's why I was gonna go put my cup down, grab the camera. Came back to the kitchen. That's not how you eat yogurt. I need a spoon, not a knife. What the? But the coffee's made, heaters are on. But even so, I think I still want to put some regular clothing on. I really need to throw away like my actual packaging material from stuff. Towel out in case I need to ice again. No, we aren't wearing that again until it gets washed. Okay, man, I just left clothing all over the place yesterday. That must have been that little bit out of it. No, this whole thing is being thrown in the washing machine. I will catch you guys later while I sort this laundry. Holy Jesus Christ! Wow, there was a lot of people in there. Yeah, I had to get in the car here.
There's zillions of people in there.
Like, we came in at 1 o'clock, which is only like 20-ish minutes after when I try to get 12:30 in there. You know, 12:30, 12:45 is a nice window and whatnot. This guy is totally cockeyed.
Yeah.
And it died down while we were there, but it was like there was this weird like 12:30, 12:45 rush. And I could not figure it out.
And no one knows why everyone was there.
Yeah, we walked in, they're like, how are you today? I'm like, stress, there's a lot of people in here, that's really noisy. Thankfully, most of the people on the line know what I put on my pizza. So she was already starting to put stuff on, and that was, anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it was like, I try not to people watch, but when you have that many people around, it's hard to not watch, just see anyone randomly doing something.
Yeah.
And it's like, we had people cut in through the line, and or they had
a line backwards.
Going through the line backwards, or they had a friend cut in line for them, or
crazy busy and crazy loud.
Yeah, like I made a joke. I could have vlogged in there because we wouldn't have heard the music, but you wouldn't have heard me either. There was actually a lot more kids than usual, which made me think something with kids happened. Like I can't say a birthday party because they weren't all together, but nobody was dressed super nice, so it's not like they came out of church. So we're off to Freddy's now. Aaron's working on his Ashbringer thing, but
I'm at the step where I have to fish and fish and fish and fish.
Yeah.
Well, Freddy's isn't necessarily packed right now. We actually had decent parking, but our yogurts aren't in. Both of our yogurts aren't in. And they don't look like they're stocking it anytime soon. So the cart has a weird layout right now, according to what we're usually at by the time I'm in the bread aisle. Because we have no yogurt here, and things are not fitting quite right. There seems to be a lot more crazy people. I don't want to say crazy. They're just being really dense. I'm not sure what's wrong with this month or this week. Like, it was bad at Mod, and now it seems to be bad here, and some of the drivers were just... It's like everyone's checked out this weekend. I guess, and Aaron walked off to get his prescription. They didn't tell me where to meet him, because I'm having kind of a weird like, and he didn't talk to anything. He's just taking control, but not ever explaining what's going on. So, which is very typical when he takes charge. He doesn't tell anyone what he's doing because he doesn't normally tell what he's doing to people, so it gets even worse. We don't need coffee. I'm just gonna wait here at soup, because that's technically the next thing on the list.
Well, we got everything eventually. We had to go back for the yogurt and had to have the guy go in the back and fish some out because
it wasn't on his cart.
Actually, none of the Freddy's ones were on his. Checking to see how much gas points, fuel points we used. Yeah, I thought it was minus 400.
Okay.
Now we're back up to like 380
325.
325. Because I was looking at the rewards points, which is 483, which we should have old rewards points coming in. It'd be at the bottom of the receipt if we have it.
Yeah.
I have a receipt in my pocket. So anyways, we're gonna go Pop Murphy's because, yeah. So Aaron and I were having a conversation about food portions because I put on something on Facebook that the people inside Mod were being incredibly messy. And I've been having a conversation on Facebook with one of my friends who manages a Subway, which is a sandwich place, in case you guys don't know. And we were having a conversation whether it's just American or not, and Bucko's been to Turkey, and he ate at a restaurant, so he has insight. Several, but...
What I was saying is that portion size, you can tell if it's a place that native people from whatever country eat, or if it's a place that's very touristy. Like the restaurant next to my hotel and the place we frequently went to lunch for, that was in kind of a business park, and Hard Rock Cafe all had American meal-sized portions. But all of the places we went just out to eat, not one of those places that was just a place that Hussein or whoever found and knew about.
Okay. I mean, I was expecting that the place near your hotel was, because I saw the pictures you took inside, it was owned by like a small family. It wasn't a massive restaurant that was in a tourist area. I figured they would have small
But
portions.
it's right next to a hotel where Americans stay.
Also, I didn't consider what you had was a hotel, but a sectioned off house.
It was a hotel.
Okay.
It's just that their buildings are small.
Just checking the receipt. Had something way at the bottom. And it was like, save an additional 25 cents off per gallon Fred Mile Fuel Centers. Really? How? Approved for new card holders. I don't want to have that option. To use a credit card that's not our regular credit card at Freddy's. Just for extra fuel points. Because guess what? It's going to work on me. I'm going to get incentive to charge out of a credit card.
Yeah.
But at least I know that about myself, so I don't do it.
Right.
That's part of the thing, is people got to realize, hey, I would spend a lot of money on that card because I get rewarded for it. Don't get it. Unless you're a billionaire. Oh, wait. How's this go nowadays? We're billionaires. We make good money, lots of money. We are bigly important.
We make the best money.
The best monies, all the monies. I gotta play Star Trek. I feel, ugh. Well, this is gonna be fun. Just looking at the thing right there. Morning. Forgot that was gonna happen because I was used to other mornings where I say something and then go into the intro. And Mondays is not that kind of morning. But yeah, so it's been there for a week at least. So we'll see how everything goes and how long that's up there. They've cautioned this thing off, but they're starting to...
Yeah, I think that's for sighting.
No, they're things.
Oh.
The things that they put up for the sighting. I wanted to make sure to turn off Wi-Fi for walking Pokemon up. Although I probably turned the screen off. That was... But yeah, see, this one's been here for like... Yeah. It's becoming steady state. So we pulled off my tape last night. That is
cool tape.
okay. Yes, Aaron likes it because it had the sticky side had like lines underneath.
It had curvy lines.
Curvy lines underneath that didn't match up with the way the tape was. What it was is it had curvy lines, but it was not with the tearing of the tape, so it wasn't bound. It's sort of like when you break a piece of wood, or you cut a piece of wood, not break, and so you can have like its grain going off the side. But we watched a little bit of a different Neil deGrasse Tyson show last night, because it was sort of like, as much as all the stuff we watch with like storylines and humor, sometimes it's just like, and even our various educational things we watch on YouTube
Are
scripted and they bounce around, because they bounce around from topics. We'll go from infinite series to biology to physics, like, but this is purely Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about
space, higher order physics, astrophysics, and cosmology. It's like sometimes you just want to kick back, lean back, and just sort of absorb his little bit of knowledge. And he also gives a lot of the stuff that's the little knowledge that you would get from a textbook when people don't want to read it. Because basically it's sort of like the history of like, well, this is what this guy said, and for hundreds of years everyone believed that. Then another guy came by and said, no, that's not right. And he even said he waited until his deathbed to publish it because he knew he was going to get killed. It was not just contrary to the belief, it was heretical.
Heretical.
Yeah. And so that was that, and we didn't really do much. I did not watch the Pro Bowl. I watched a little bit of the, I would have to say, youth flag.
NFL flag.
It's NFL flag, but it's not NFL players doing flag. It's the company of the NFL has a national flag tournament. They were like 10 to 13 years old. That's why I say youth.
Yeah. And as we tuned in, someone just got.
Oh yeah, tuned in, and it was like receiver like went to go catch the ball, and the defender just unnecessary roughness on the defense. And I was like, this, and that's why I thought, I was like, huh? Oh, they're wearing flags. Yeah, you can't blast someone in flag. I know that. And then at the very end, they're like, yeah, well, most of these players here play full contact football. And I'm like, I don't care. If you classically play flag football, you do not come full speed and push someone to the ground. You don't. Even in a two-hand touch style situation, and now you're playing flag because it's the only way to go into a national championship, you still he bull rushed the guy. I'm like, this guy came as a part of the flag tournament because he's really good at football.
And he just forgot where he was.
Well, when you're in that big of a stadium,
yeah.
They were in Orlando, and they just, yeah, it was refreshing. How's your back feeling from all weekend?
Pretty good, actually.
Much better from last weekend. Notice
Yeah.
we're actually going to work.
I'm a little sore, but
I'm kind of thinking that the sitting in the car screwed it up. Last weekend.
yeah.
Plus maybe walking around on uneven ground.
Yeah.
Could have, because you were having to, whatevs.
I think my train's coming.
I know. It's far enough down there, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people on the platform. I'm gonna hit at the Pokestop and stuff, so
Bye.